Hello everybody, welcome to our IPC lesson. Yesterday we learned about fresh waters. Now we're going to be learning about salty waters, or now where we get the salty waters. We get salty waters from the ocean and the sea. Now we're going to learn about the open ocean. Alright. Now, around 71% of the earth is covered in salt water. We call this major body of water the ocean. The ocean is divided up into 5 major oceans, but they are actually all connected together. They are mostly divided up by the world's 7 continents. Now you go there to learn about the ocean habitat. Now here are the 5 oceans of the world with a description of each. Now the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest of the oceans, covering around 1/3 of Earth's surface. It separates Asia and Australia from North and South America. The Pacific Ocean got its name from the explorer Ferdinand Magellan. He called it the Mar Pacifico, meaning the peaceful sea in Portuguese. The Mariana Trench lies between the Pacific Ocean. It's the deepest place in the world at 35,797 feet under the ocean. The largest island in the Pacific Ocean is the island of New Guinea in the South Pacific. Other notable features include the Hawaiian Islands and the Great Barrier Reef off the coast of Australia. The next ocean is the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is the world's second largest ocean. It separates Europe and Africa from North and South America. The Gulf Stream is a powerful warm current that flows from the tip of Florida up the coast of the United States and then over to Europe. The Gulf Stream has a large impact on the climate of the eastern US and western Europe. Many years ago, some people thought the earth was flat and that ships would just fall off the earth somewhere out in the Atlantic Ocean. Columbus proved them wrong by sailing across the Atlantic and discovering Americas. The Atlantic Ocean gets its name from the Greeks, who called it the Sea of Atlas. The next one is the Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean is the third largest ocean in the world. It lies south of Asia and India and separates East Africa from Australia. It is the warmest ocean in the world. The Indian Ocean includes the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf. Significant islands include Madagascar, the Seychelles, and Sri Lanka. Then the next ocean is the Arctic Ocean. Arctic Ocean is in the north part of the earth, primarily around the North Pole. It is the smallest and shallowest of the world's oceans. A lot of fresh water enters the Arctic from melting ice. For a good part of the year, much of the Arctic is covered in ice. Alright, and the Southern Ocean. Now, the Southern Ocean is the fourth largest or the second smallest of the oceans. It sits at the South Pole and the southern part of the earth. Now, here are fun facts about the ocean. The average depth of the world's ocean is 12,200 feet. The mountain Mauna Kea in Hawaii rises 33,474 feet from its base. This would make it the tallest mountain in the world if its base wasn't below sea level. So that means down in water. Around 97% of the planet's water is in the oceans. Around 80% of the world's population lives within 60 miles of the ocean coast. And the last line, sorry, they can't see it. The world's longest mountain range is actually under the ocean and it's called the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Now that's what we had to learn about the open ocean. Next, we are going to be learning about another type of ocean, that is the polar ocean. Now, there are two oceans in the Earth's polar region. That is the Arctic Ocean is in the North Polar region and the Southern Ocean is in the South Polar region. All right, the oceans that are in the polar regions are a bit different from other oceans on the Earth. There is often sea ice at their surface, especially during the the winter months. And those chilly waters are home to some unique marine life. Now, seawater from polar regions can be denser than seawater from other places. This is because seawater in the polar ocean is cold, and this makes it denser. That means heavier. It can also become saltier than other seawater during the winter when sea ice freezes at the ocean surface, removing some of the fresh water to make the ice, which concentrates the salts, which concentrate the salt. The denser seawater sinks to the bottom of the ocean. It travels out of the polar region in slow currents that travel around the bottom of the world's ocean as part of the patterns of global ocean circulation called thermohaline circulation. The polar oceans are warming up as Earth's climate changes. Scientists are studying how the polar oceans of the sea ice at their surface and the marine life within them are changing in response to recent climate change. They have found that sea ice in the Arctic Ocean is melting so quickly that by the year 2040 there may not be any sea ice in the Arctic during the summer months. The melting sea ice threatens Arctic Ocean species such as polar bears. In the Arctic, scientists are studying the effects of less sea ice on the penguin breeding season. If it gets warm enough that polar oceans are warmer and sea ice no longer forms, the seawater will not be as dense and will not flow down to the ocean bottom, potentially slowing or stopping global ocean circulation. If the oceans stopped their pattern of global circulation, many aspects of our planet would change, including regional climates, the severity of weather events, and marine ecosystem. Now, that was a bit on our oceans. We got different oceans. So we've learned about the 5 different oceans. Those were the Arctic. The 5 different oceans that we've learned about, and the 2 special oceans that we've learned about. Those are the Arctic oceans, one from the north and one in the south. Now guys, we've had a look at the oceans, we've learned about the oceans. Now, have you ever wondered what happens in the ocean. Or what is in the ocean? Have you ever gone scuba diving in the ocean to find out what lives in there? Now, we are going to go to the beach and find that out for ourselves. And we're going to read a bit more. So today we're going to be having lots of reading. So it's either you read with me or listen as I read and get lots of facts about our oceans. All right? Alright guys, we are at the beach now. Let's see what we can learn at the beach. What are we going to be learning about? Alright guys, we are at the beach now. Let's see what we can learn from the beach. Alright, I'm going to go on my boat. Why is my boat about to come? It's arriving. Where is it? It's right over there, the corner there. There is my boat. I'm going to go on my boat and we are going to have a look at the deep sea. Oh my, I'm so excited about that. Let's have a look at the deep sea. All right, I'm going to have fun at the beach, finding out lots and lots of stuff in the beach. Well, the first thing I want to learn about is I want to have a look at the deep sea. Then we are going to look at the coral reef. That is so beautiful. I have heard it's very beautiful. So we are going to learn a bit about it. If we are able to see the coral reef, that will be great. If not, we'll just have to listen to Miss Dana read about the coral reef. Alright guys, let's have fun with this. Alright guys, now we'll be looking at the deep sea. We're going to look at the deep sea. Alright, we're going to go into different levels of the deep sea and look at the different animals that we're going to find in the deep sea. I'm going to go very slow so that we have a look at all the animals that we can see. So guys, have a look at all the animals that we can see in the deep sea. The different kind of animals, so have a look. Maybe we can record them later on. That is 44 meters deep in the sea. And 56 meters. Those are the animals that we're going to be finding in the deep sea. If you have a chance to go to the beach, you can go scuba diving and you can see, or on the glass boats, then you can see all these animals in the sea. Alright. You can see the sea lion there and the queen snapper and the killer whale. Oh, the killer whale is found 116 meters deep in the sea. And 128 meters we find 153 meters we find the sea lion, the bull shark, the green sea turtle is at 189 meters deep. Then we find the twilight zone. The twilight zone we'll find the wolf eel, the thick-billed marine dive, and then at 249 meters deep we find the chain cat shark, the kelp, the terrible claw lobster, olive ridley sea turtle at 274 meters deep, and then the great white shark is there. Let's go on. Oops, I missed some. At 332 meters, this is the deepest any human has ever scuba dived, set by Ahmed Gabriel in 2014. That's the deepest. Then we've got the blue shark. We're gonna go as slow as possible. That is 419 meters deep. We got the tuna there. Oh, the sea angels are majestic sea slugs that use wings to propel themselves. Ooh, I'd like to see that in real life. At 516 meters deep, we have the Mako Shark. That's the Mako Shark. Emperor Penguin dive at 540 meters deep. Whoa, that's... Oh, we also have a sunfish. The bamboo coral. And the Japanese spider crab is the largest known crab with a maximum leg span of 3.8 meters. Oh, I've never seen a Japanese spider crab. Have you ever seen one? Wow, those. And that was extinct until it was found alive in 1939. The people thought it was extinct. Then we got the king crab, the giant Pacific octopus, and all those fishes. Alright, I'm going to go faster now so that we get through the deep, deep ocean with all the animals. And this is the midnight zone. No sunlight is able to reach this deep. Many deep sea creatures cope by creating light themselves, also known as bioluminescence. Bioluminescence. Alright, that word is a bit hard for Miss Janet to pronounce, don't worry. Alright, and this fish is somebody's favorite fish. It's found at 1061 meters deep in the ocean. And then the blobfish is found in 1182 meters deep in the ocean. Alright. And the goblin sharks are known as living fossils because they are the only living species of a lineage that, has extincted for 125 million years. Whoa, so it is extinct. We got the bubblegum coral, the hatchfish, and we can see, let's see this. Many deep sea species use the color red as camouflage since it's the first color to leave the spectrum as you dive deep. Oh, we missed some. Did we? Yes, we missed this one. As we go deeper, you see the animals are disappearing. Oh, we lost some words, sorry. I'm going to go back a little bit to where we found. Alright, here we go. Two men, yes, Jacques Picard, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but those are the two people on board the submarine twists slowly descending into the Marina Trench. Remember we mentioned the Marina Trench on when we were talking about was it the open ocean or the Pacific Ocean? The open ocean. Go back to the open ocean, you find where we find the trench. Their goal was to reach the Challenger Deep. The deepest point in the ocean. So they went really deep. And as you can see, there are no more animals around this area because it's really deep. The submarine used a rebreather system that would later be used in spacecraft. There was barely enough space inside the pressure sphere for both of them. So they went really deep. And the immense pressure of the deep sea means any mistake would mean certain death. So, and they went really deep. During the descent, one of the window panes cracked and shook the entire vessel. That must be so scary. Nevertheless, they continued. Oh my, this is really deep. And they went on and on. Oh, Let's go back a little bit. Let's see the words on that. Even at this unfathomable depths, those two guys could still see life out the window. Life can survive unimaginable environments. So still, you could see some animals there, like that one there. Even deep in that ocean at that level, there were still animals or life. And after 4 hours and 47 minutes of anxiety and claustrophobia, oh, I went to the end. They got to reach the Challenger Deep. And that was, how deep was it? That was 1,000 go back. 1,000 and it was, sorry, 10,924 meters deep into the deep sea. All right, that is the end of our IPC lesson today. We are going to be looking at the coral reef in another video.